Welcome back to RightTurnRandy's channel. This is the fourth video in a series where we're prepping the Tide car to drive down to the Brickyard 400 and live out of it for 4 days. In this video, we're going to be rebuilding the axle. The axle is leaking absolutely like mad from both sides. It is a NASCAR housing with probably a civilian third member in it. In this video, we're gonna take this thing apart, figure out what it needs, order the parts for it, and then put it all back together and hope that I didn't screw anything up. But before we do all that, we're gonna take this car out for a drive because it's gonna be down for a while. So I wanna take it out and rip it one more time before I take the axle apart. So let's get it started up, warmed up. Go take it for a quick rip. Got it all warmed up. About 160 degrees right now, which is about nominal for this car. If it's cruising down the road on a cool day, it'll stay at like 150. So it's really hard to get this thing like, you know, good and piping hot. You have to sort of be sitting for a bit. Man, this car is just so much fun to drive. Horsepower or something crazy like that, and it's like, yeah, but it's a driver's car. It's phenomenally balanced. It's tight. The shifting is good. Like it's a great car. Miatas are not fast, but Miatas are a blast to drive. Well, that was fun. But this thing's got to go into the knife, so let's get it pulled into the garage and start taking the axle apart. We're going to start by getting the thing up in the air, getting the wheels off, and removing the hubs. And once we get the hubs off, we can pull the axles out and take a look and see what they look like. And just as a quick aside before we get started taking the axle apart, I'm doing something completely different with the way I'm filming and editing as far as colors, white balance, and brightness and contrast and all that stuff goes. If you guys want to leave a comment down below and let me know how you like the difference, if you can tell a difference, please leave me some feedback, either positive or negative, so that I can know what you guys are enjoying, what you guys like, so that I could do better in the future. And I want to thank you guys very much for that. Okay, let's get started. Once I get this caliper off, I should be able to just pull the rotor right off. Maybe this cap comes off next? I don't know, let's try that. It's pretty long, but they don't thread in very far. Oh. Okay, looks like these are quarter inch Allen. Oh my gosh, they're not even, wow. There's like very, very, very little torque on these, very little. Ooh, nasty. I'll bet you like $100 that there's supposed to be a seal in there. and there isn't, what comes off next? Maybe these two Allens. There's one here and there's one there. Maybe those two come off next. Those are 3/16, which is a really weird size. Oh, this one on the bottom here had 0 torque. None at all. All right, let's see if that frees anything up. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this has got to be the hub. The axle splines go into this hub, and then this hub drives this whole plate right here. Oh, this could get messy. Okay, so this is the hub. Does the axle pull out of there now? No way. No way, dude. I can feel something rubber in there on the inside. Yep, that went through the seal. Holy crap, dude. Oh my gosh, the axle. Dang. There's the axle right there. Yeah, the splines are different size on the inside than the outside. I shouldn't have to take this apart, because this is just the bearing assembly, and I don't have any reason to think that the bearings are no good. So now that the axle's out, take the axle out of the other side, and then I should be able to get the third member out of there. I haven't seen a single seal so far. I'm really glad I'm taking this apart, because the bolts that were holding this caliper on were torqued to like 5 foot-pounds. You could spin them by hand. Okay, so we pulled the bolts out of this dust cap, and let's see what's behind it. No seal. Oh no, what? What? Stop it. Oh my gosh, they went to cut it. They were gonna cut the axle and realized they didn't need to? What is that? No way. Oh my gosh, that's just a piece of axle. What's that even doing in there? It's not broken, it's been cut. No seal. This is insane. Dude, what is up with this car? Who are these people? This has to be to keep this, which is probably too short, pushed all the way into the diff. Because maybe it's the wrong length axle? So this is like a spacer? I had no idea. Huh. Again, no seal. 28 spline by 31.5. Yep, sure enough, 31.5. And then this axle, this one, 26.5. They're not engaging all the way. It's only that edge right there. You can see the wear marks on it. No way is that all that it's engaging. So I might have to get another axle. Well, okay. I guess it's time to drain the diff, get all the fluid out of that. I'm just shocked. I can't believe this is put together like this. Oh, there it goes. All right, that's loose. I can't tell how heavy it is. That makes me nervous. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, you are heavy. Come on, sweetheart. Oh, I can't put it down. Oh, shoot. I didn't think this through. Shoot. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, Okay. All right, that sucker's out of there. Oh, look at that mess. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, what is this? Let's see here. I can't tell. All right, so on the side of the ring gear, got these numbers here. USA C2AW 4210 D with that symbol. I think that's Ford Motor Company right there. Over here, 1-598, shift number 2. So after searching and putting in numbers and looking all over the internet, I found out that this is an open differential. And you can tell by this flat surface here, where the bolt heads are not recessed, they stick out and it's completely flat on the surface here. So, and these are 3/4 inch bolts with no washer. So that's what I found out makes this an open, an open differential. In a freaking NASCAR Winston Cup car, an open differential. So also, I went ahead and lined up this little X right there. I lined that up with the edge of the case and then hit this with a little tiny bit of grease right there and spun this around and counted the revolutions. So I got 1 revolution, 2 revolutions, and 3. And that puts me right back at that X again. So this is a 300 ring gear ring and pinion, which is going to give me great gas mileage on the highway. Not necessarily that good for performance, but I'm going to be driving this car a lot on the street, so I don't mind that ring and pinion. And it is actually the thicker ring. So this is a really strong ring and pinion. However, the case, I don't think this case is one of the stronger cases. Stuff coming out of this side of the axle is like brownie batter. It's so thick. I don't think that the diff oil is supposed to mix with bearing grease. I'll put a dial indicator on it and see what the backlash is right now. It looks pretty good. It's looking to me like I'm only getting like 4 thousandths. All right, so I watched a bunch of YouTube videos on how to take one of these apart and put it back together. So I'm gonna give that a shot and hope that I don't mess anything up. You know what? I have to mark these caps. That one came off. Okay, so we're in business. Just got one more. Whew, that thing's being a bear. Why won't you come off? All right, turn my regulator up to 100 PSI, which I didn't really want to go that far, but there we go. Popped right off. This bolt had a bunch of oil in it. Black oil. And it smells wretched. No idea what that is, but this was the hardest bolt to get off by far of all of them. Oh, it freaking stinks. Oh, I guess these other ones have it on there too. Phew. Oh, it smells absolutely terrible. Okay, there's one of the caps off of there. You can see there's writing in there. The top half of that's like written on. It looks really good too. Really clear. And it looks like there was something written on there and then they cut the threads. This whole thing, you should be able to just pull this out. Yeah. Pull this out here. Oh yeah. See if we can lift this bad boy out of here. Will it just come right out? I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't. Oh, dude. Nice, that was easy. And these bearings are pressed on here, so I'm not gonna be able to just yank those off. These are gonna be 3/4, right? Well, hammered on it a good bit, used this block of wood and dead blow hammer. And it took several hits, but it came off. It wasn't rolling when the gear came off. I wanted the camera to be rolling when the gear came off, but so this is the open differential, apparently. C2AW 4206 is what's stamped on the side. I'm excited. This thing is really, it's so cool. I just took apart a Ford 9-inch. Like, that's so rad. So that's it. And I'm gonna split this video into 2 parts. So this is gonna be the end of part A of rebuilding this thing, because it is a rather involved process. So the things that we're gonna have to do to get this thing back together and spin both tires instead of 1 tire fires is gonna be replacing this, which is an open differential, and that's gonna go back in the carrier and rebuilt with the new unit's gonna come with bearings. The ring gear is probably gonna go back on and all the hardware is gonna be reused. That's obviously gonna get just brake cleaned like nobody's business. It's gonna go back into the axle housing, and the hubs and brakes and everything will go back on. And then because the new unit that's coming is not a 28 spline like these are, I'm gonna have to get new axles. But the new axles have got to be 24 out on the hubs. Once I get the new differential here to bolt back into the 3rd member, I'm gonna have to measure the depth in here from the outer flange here into where the splines are on the new unit, and then measure from in there through the axle to the hub end where the splines are there, and see exactly how long it is to get the maximum engagement of the splines from A to B. So once the new differential comes, I'm gonna start on that video and get everything put back together, and then do a nice 2-wheel burnout. Wouldn't be the first time I'd ever did a 2-wheel burnout. It's certainly gonna be the first time that I've ever done a 2-wheel burnout in it. But either way, it's gonna be awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the videos, please subscribe, and I will see you next time.